What's going on YouTube? Run Good Life coming at you with a brand new video today, and today we're doing something a little bit different. Today I'm talking to you about the 2021 National Sports Collectors Convention coming up in Chicago in just a few weeks. I've attended the last 4 collectors conventions going back to 2016, and I think I have some pretty good perspective in terms of what you should be doing as a buyer or a seller or a first time attendee. The footage that you're going to see in this video really has nothing to do with what I'm talking about at any given time. Just a curation of some of the footage and photos that I've shot over the last few nationals that I've attended. This year is going to be very different for me because I won't be working in a corporate booth representing any other company. I'll be representing myself, hanging out, creating content, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm going to fly in on Tuesday. The show starts on Wednesday, and I'm going to fly out on Monday. The show ends on Sunday. So one travel advice I can give yourself plenty of time. Make sure your flight schedule looks good. You don't want to leave it too early. You don't want to have to leave your hotel room at 4 in the morning to catch a 6 a.m. flight. Don't do that. If you are attending the National for the first time, don't try to do it all in one day, and don't think that you can see it all in a weekend. Really takes 3 days, maybe even 4 days to see everything. That was one of my first mistakes, is trying to see everything in one day. You can't. The scope of the National is unlike any other show that you've ever seen. So plan for being there several hours a day for multiple days if you want to get a good scope of everything. As a buyer, come prepared. And what that means is know the values of the stuff, have a game plan, have an idea of what you're looking for. Maybe you're PCing stuff and you're looking for stuff for your PC. Maybe you're looking to buy stuff to flip. Come prepared, know your values. Don't look up everything on your phone on eBay. And I'll say this again for the seller too. If you're a seller, have prices on your items. Nothing worse than going to a card show and a seller not having a price on their card or looking it up on eBay. Look, I flew here, you flew there, maybe you drove there. Don't waste our time. If I can buy it on eBay for your price, I'm just gonna buy it on eBay. If you are creating content at the National, that's great. I will be creating content too. I don't think that every content creator needs to run around with a cameraman behind them. I actually think that it's pretty silly, to be honest. But you're creating content. Think about the content as you're recording things. Try to stand out. I think everybody who's creating content these days is doing so with a different intent. My intent with anything that I ever do in the hobby on this channel is to simply show my perspective of the hobby, my perspective of these products. So try to think of something different. Try to think of something that will set yourself apart. If you're going to the National to sell, be sure that you're leaving room for the people who are buying, especially if you're going table to table and trying to sell. Nobody's going to give you 100% eBay comps. Nobody's probably even going to give you 80% eBay comps unless you have an absolute banger of a card. They've got to make money, understand that. And if you're going there to sell and you do not have a table, be prepared to give some solid discounts if you want to sell. There's going to be a lot of sellers. There's going to be a lot of buyers as well. On the subject, let's go back to content creation for a little bit. You are nobody in this hobby. Just remember that. If you don't have 500,000 subscribers, if you don't have 500,000 followers on any platform, you are nobody. Even some of the big dogs like Pac-Man and Sports Card Investor they're going to get swamped. They're going to have people around them at all times. A lot of people that go to these events are going to have no clue who they are. They're going to have no clue who you are. So keep your ego in check. Keep it at the door. You're not that big of a deal. I'm not that big of a deal. That being said, celebrities are accessible. We're all there for sports cards. So if you see a celebrity on the floor, don't hesitate to reach out to them, or don't hesitate to walk up to them, ask for a photo, ask for an autograph. We're all there as collectors and investors and trading card enthusiasts. So unless you're like trying to rush the TriStar Autograph Pavilion and get, I don't know, Hulk Hogan's autograph or something like that, or, ones that you have to pay for, if they're on the floor, be respectful of their time, but anybody should be accessible. I want to be as accessible as possible for people. So if you are going to the National, you want to see me, you want to say hello, you want to collaborate on something, hit me up beforehand, give me a heads up, and we'll try to schedule a time. I'm going to be there the whole time, so don't just go looking for trading cards. There are going to be everything imaginable at the National. There's going to be Pokemon cards. There's going to be signed baseball, signed jerseys. You're going to see things that you never thought that you were going to see before. You are going to see relics of whatever sport that you're interested in. You're going to see World Series rings. You're going to see NBA Finals trophies. You're going to see some crazy stuff. So don't just go looking for trading cards, because you are going to find a whole lot more. I would say if you are looking for value, you're going to find them in the dollar boxes, in the $5 boxes, in the $10 boxes. Don't be afraid to dig in and get your hands dirty. Everything that you see in a showcase, the seller is probably going to know what it's worth. You can obviously find good deals out of the showcase, but if you're looking to make money at the National, you're going to do so in the big giant 3 to 5 row boxes of cards. I can absolutely assure you that. I don't think this one has to be said, but I'm going to say it anyways. Proper hygiene. I'm talking about deodorant. I'm talking about take a shower. You'd be surprised at some of these conventions. Some of the smells are quite amusing. So some personal hygiene goes a long way. Get a good night's sleep as well. I know a lot of people on vacation tend to not really get too much sleep, tend to enjoy the nightlife. Get a good night's sleep. You don't want to be at this thing with lights everywhere and people everywhere, sounds everywhere. You don't want to be there on 3 hours of sleep. With that being said, have a good time. Sync up with all your hobby buddies that you maybe been talking to online for the last year or so that you haven't got to see in person. Absolutely do that. Also, Chicago is amazing. Don't just enjoy trading cards the whole time. Go check some stuff out. If you can, go to Wrigley. Absolutely go to Wrigley. Have a Chicago dog. Enjoy a Cubs game if they're in town. Same with the White Sox. It's easier to get over to Wrigley. It's a train ride. Also take the train into town. Go see the Bean. Go see downtown. I think it's Millennium Park. I've been down there. Got to do that. Another thing that you absolutely have to do in Chicago, you got to get some deep dish pizza. Whether it's Lou Malnati's, whether it's Giordano's, you got to do that. Another thing that you have to do is attend Trade Night. Trade Night is put on by Card Collector 2 and Kentucky Basketball Cards. A couple great shop owners. Card Collector 2 has a YouTube channel. He's doing a series about the National. So be sure to check out that event. It only gets bigger every year. This year it's probably going to be massive. It's usually held off-site, but somewhere near the convention center. So that's something that you absolutely have to do. On that note, be willing to haggle, be willing to trade. Not everybody is just there to buy, not everybody is just there to sell. One of the things that you see online that we don't see as much online as we used to is straight up trading. At the National, everybody is going to have some slabs, everybody's going to have some nice stuff to sell. Even if you're just going mostly as a buyer, people typically carry around a few bargaining chips or a few bargaining pieces. So don't be afraid to do cash and cards. It's always fun when you can haggle. If you're going to go to the autograph pavilion, I will warn you, some of the more popular athletes, the lines are long. You're going to spend an hour to 2 hours for one autograph. Some of those autographs are going to be pricey. Some of them are going to sell out. So I would pre-order your tickets for those. I personally have never been a really big autograph seeker, so I don't have too much experience there. If you're not a content creator, I still recommend that you take pictures. You're gonna, again, just see things that you've never seen before, that you may never see again. There's always gonna be a few grails. So take pictures to look back on your experience. Take pictures of cards that you've never seen before. Meet new people. You know, I said hang out with your friends. Meet new people. Be willing to talk to people. There's going to be everybody there loves trading cards, loves sports. You're going to find a lot of unique personalities. And with that, you're going to find people that may not necessarily be the type of people that are in your daily orbit. You're going to hear people with accents. You're going to hear people with colorful language. You're going to hear a lot of things at this event from people from all walks of life. So I would say just be a little bit of understanding people. You're gonna be very different to them. They're gonna be very different to you. But at the end of the day, everybody is there for trading cards. So that's all that should matter. You're gonna want to bring your favorite walking shoes and maybe even a second pair. You're gonna want to bring a water bottle. Stay hydrated. It's hot in Chicago. Sometimes it can be very, very muggy as well. But yeah, you're gonna wanna just come. It doesn't matter if you're gonna be there for 3 days. It doesn't matter if you're gonna be there the whole time. You're gonna see something new every day. I would say don't blow all your money on the first day and have to sell and to try to buy. Take your time. Unless it's a grail piece, there's probably multiple of them on the show floor. So take your time. Definitely bust some wax, especially if you can do it on the floor with some friends. Just have a good time, all in all. This is going to be one of the biggest nationals, I think, in recent memory. But this show should be an absolute celebration of the hobby, and I don't think that you should go with any sort of negative mindset or anything like that. You should just go positive vibes in. And that's really all I have. I just kind of wanted to go off the cuff and give you some pointers, some ideas, some suggestions. If you enjoy this content, let me know. Maybe I'll do another national video leading up to the national. I definitely have a lot more B-roll on hand. But that's going to do it for me today. Take care, stay safe, and again, if you want to hang out at the national, if you want to meet up at the national, just reach out to me on social media or send me a message, and I'll do my best to make sure that we can meet up and say hello. That's going to do it. Take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you at the national.